this is another case of profit maximizing behavior of monopolist. We call it dumping. In this case, the monopolist, he plays a dual role. He is operating into different markets. One is in domestic market, in which he plays the role of a monopolist. And there is another market, in the international market, he plays the role of a competitor. So now let us consider, if monopolist playing this dual role for maximizing profit, how they will behave in two different markets. So here also he sells in domestic market as a monopolist, he sells QM amount of output, and in a competitive market he sells QC amount of output. So his total production will be Q equals to QM plus QC. And if we consider the cost function, the standard cost function will be C equals to function of Q, that means C function of QM plus QC. So one more property is here, that if we do QM and QC, that means del Q by del QM equals to 1 and del Q by del QC equals to 1. That means what? Given the output sold in market 1, if the monopolist wants to increase the sale in domestic market by 1 additional unit, he has to produce 1 more unit. Similarly, keeping the output constant in domestic market, if he wants to sell 1 more unit in international market, he has to produce 1 more unit. So now, whenever you are selling international market, in international market, the monopolist is a price taker. So he has to accept the, if we consider PBAR is the international price, he has to sell his product at PBAR price. But in domestic market, he is a price maker. He determines the price by himself. So, in domestic market revenue function, RM will be the function of output sold in domestic market, and international market revenue will be given as price multiplied by output sold. So, his total profit function will be given as plus P bar into QC minus EQ. So now the first order condition of profit maximization requires del pi by del QM. That means the objective of the monopolist is to maximize profit with respect to Q1, QM and QC. So whenever first order condition, there will be two conditions. First he will try to maximize with respect to QM and he will maximize with respect to QC. So it will be 0. That means it will be del Rm by del Qm plus QM is not determined by QC is not determined by QM, so it will be 0 minus it will be del C by del Q into del Q by del QM equals to 0. The same thing we did for third degree price discrimination. So here del Q by del QM equals to 1. So we can write del Rm by del QM minus del C by del QM equals to 0, or this is called marginal revenue in domestic market minus, so this is del Q, minus marginal cost equals to 0, or marginal revenue in domestic market equals to marginal cost. Another condition for maximizing profit in global market will be del pi by del QC equals to 0. So if Rm is differentiated with respect to QC, the value will be 0 plus, and plus it will be, if we differentiate, we will do it differentiation del QC of P bar QC, the value will be P bar, and minus del C by del QC into del QC by the del C by del Q into del QC, del Q by del QC equals to 0. So del Q by del QC equals to 1. We can write P bar minus del C by del Q equals to 0, or P bar equals to marginal cost. So I give it name 1A and 1B. So combining 1A and 1B, we can find that AMR in monopoly market equals to global price equals to marginal cost. Now we can show this with the help of a diagram. So this is the demand curve in domestic market, and this is the corresponding marginal revenue curve. This is the demand curve as well as marginal revenue curve in competitive market. So here we say QM, here we say QC, and here we represent is total output. The vertical axis normally represent price, revenue and cost. Price, revenue and cost. So, how to derive this combined demand curve? So, combined demand curve will parallel to demand curve, original demand curve up to this level, and then it will be exactly equal to the price. And similarly, this will be the combined marginal revenue curve. So let us derive the MC to get the equilibrium. This is MC. So what will be the equilibrium in domestic market? Domestic market equilibrium when the marginal revenue in domestic market will be exactly equal to the price, and here the monopolist will sell OQM in the domestic market, and for per unit it will charge price OPM. So if we see the total production, OQE is the total production. Out of this, OQ will sell OQE amount, QME amount, this amount will be sold in the domestic market, and the rest amount will be sold in the global market. So this is how monopolist will maximize profit through dumping.